All right, TC Spiritual Shepherd back with another one. Y'all aren't ready for this one. Y'all aren't ready for this one though. But this is, she needs you to dial in. She needs you to dial in. He needs you to dial in. Okay? So we'll keep it neutral, but from my perspective, she needs you to dial in, and two, just from guys' perspectives in general. Me, I'm getting married here, but always take your woman out on dates. Always continue to meet her and get to know her. You don't already know her. Always get to know her. Okay? Here's a big thing. She needs you to dial in. Why does she need you to dial in, bro? So I'm going to present some logic here, and I'm going to get into probably a few videos like this so that you guys can kind of see where I'm at with this, and let me cook, But there's going to be 3 or 4 videos that are going to be similar to this, all on the same topic. She needs you to dial in. Why does she need you to dial in, bro? And I'm going to get into some shadows. I'll get into how we've got here, all these different things, all right? I'll get into different perspectives. But she needs you to dial in. Why does she need you to dial in, bro? She needs strength. She needs the availability. Like, look, there's so many dynamics, hidden dynamics that people don't realize. Like in social dynamics to begin with, in relationships, social dynamics to begin with. But the main thing is too, and I don't always talk on relationships, but I do like to, because I went through the muck to get my queen. Like I you know what I mean? Like I went through it to get my queen. So that's my thing, my empress. I went through it. Okay? In a good way though. Like I chose that path. And I chose that path because I knew I could go through it, and I would go through it, and why not? Why not go through it? But she needs you to dial in, bro. She needs you to go to the gym. She needs you to lift weights every single day, bro. She needs you in that book. She needs you waking up early. And two, you can get to it because, like, think about it, bro. Like, women on a day-by-day basis. I was thinking about this because I think about my videos before I make them. I don't always do ChatGPT and everything, but I was thinking about this, how, women on a, and this is no shade or anything. I'm not like that, but I definitely like to just present facts, but women generally will look for validation, or they will add things to them to also get attention and validation. And that is a form of currency. So that's what I'm saying, is don't look at it always as bad. Okay. It's bad when it comes down to the fact of, like, if you're selling yourself. And I mean selling yourself short. I don't mean selling yourself in general, because some people always have to go through that. Some people have to do that, and that sucks. But then there's also a part too where, like, you're already doing it out here anyways. Like, everyone's prostituting their lives out. Like, 9 to 5s is prostitution, straight up. Because you're pretty much just giving your soul away. And there's, like, levels to it, but she needs you to dial in, bro. That's why she needs you to dial in, bro. Like, you might see bigger things than she'll ever be able to see, bro. You might see experiences she'll never see, but she'll probably see experiences that you'll never see. So that's what I'm saying is like, so don't think that I'm, like, hinting shade or hinting, like, one gender is better than another. You have to take them for what they are. And you have to see, like, yo, I ain't never been this, or I ain't never been that. Okay? Well, what my main process is, she needs you to dial in because she needs somebody to feel like she can go to you to receive that validation, bro. That's what I'm saying. Is like, women, like, you guys are looking at women all wrong, bro. You guys all think that women don't wake up every single day and just hope, like, they just have, like, the man of their dreams in their orbit. Like, y'all think that they don't want the man of their dreams in their orbit at all times. Y'all crazy. Y'all crazy. Wherever they're spending their time the most is where they want to be. Wherever they're spending their time the most is where they want to be. Okay? Because it's all based on emotion. Because you have, and the more that men study emotion, the more they'll become stoic, and they'll actually become masculine stoics. And that will cultivate balance because you studied emotions, that you can actually hold a good frame for a woman to be in. And see, you have to also take this too. Okay, you guys have to take this too. Not all women want to be in a frame, bro. Not all women want to be in a frame. So you stay away from those women. And then you have a certain selection of women that you are selecting from. And through that process, and like I said, I'm not speaking for me, but I feel called. I feel called to speak on it because I must have some knowledge. I must have some knowledge from all the muck that I've gone through to get the Empress that I have today. And I'm going to keep bringing that home so y'all don't get it confused or misconstrued. Okay? Because it's not about that. The main process is this, is that you guys have to have a frame for her to be in. And look, all women don't want a frame though. Okay? Or some women don't want a frame. I don't know. We'll just take the word all out. But ultimately, I want you guys to see this, that if you are cultivating a different frame, she'll be willing to stay no matter what. And she'll be willing to orbit you. See, and that's the main process. A lot of you guys are orbiting them. They have a million orbiters. They orbit you. You're different than all the other orbiters. And they need to know that, and they know it subconsciously, but they need you bring it to the forefront of their minds through how you act. That's why you got to dial in, bro. You got to be the one to dial in. Like, nobody's going to do it for you. Nobody's going to run for you. Nobody's going to do your breath work every day for you. Look, they're too busy doing it for themselves. They're too busy doing it for themselves. And the main thing too is they need a masculine frame to sit in more than ever. You hear them shouting it amongst the mountaintops. You hear them screaming it, bro. You literally hear them shouting it. But then too, you guys also have to see that they're looking for a very small select few of men. They're looking for you to hold physical stature, to have good form. They are looking for you to represent yourself specifically in a multitude of different ways, whether it's career, whether it's financial, physical, emotional, mental. They're expecting you to be masculine and stoic. They're expecting you to have good form. They're expecting you to be polite. They're expecting you to be kind, not nice, but to be kind. I'm putting you guys on game because I'm off the market. But ultimately, that's it. They expect you to be kind. Don't be nice to them. Be kind to them. And be kind to one specific one, bro. And filter out these women, bro. Filter them out. Filter them out, because like a lot of them want to act the same. They want to be the same. They want to do the same things. They want to, you see what I'm saying? And so like you have to find the one that doesn't want to act like every single other one, or they're just different. They're just naturally different than compared to every single other person. And that's going to be, I would say, one of your ideals. All right. One of your ideal clients, one of your ideal options that you're going to have. The main thing is this, though. The main thing is this, is that you have to start holding a frame that she can actually be willingly to walk in and love that thing. Women show up at the finish line, bro. Women show up at the finish line. They're not going to go and run the Spartan race with you. They're going to watch you kick ass in the Spartan race. And when you're king at the end, they'll be your queen. That's how women work, bro. And that's the facts. They're going to show up. They're going to show up last, because last is first and first is last. And we know that women created the world. Let's give our love and humanity to women and empower them and bring them on a more empowering journey for themselves that transcends beyond this modern day BS.